Hey guys, this is Ruby as always, and welcome back to another episode here on the FTB Tech World 2 Let's Play. So it is a great Monday. Not really. I'm recording this video a day before it comes out just because I got some stuff to take care of. Did this other drive finish? No, it sure didn't. Okay. We'll get that crafting real quick. We'll watch this go. And so it was another wonderful live stream. We had a lot of fun. I think we had more people come out that time too, which was great. So not a lot of things, well, that's not really true. I was about to say not a lot of things changed, but a lot of things did change. We got a bunch of stuff taken care of that I've been kind of wanting to get done. So this is kind of a recap for me. We'll get to this in a second. This is going amazing. These things are filled with fuel, as you're seeing. So it is keeping up perfectly. Now that this steam boiler is actually hotter, you see this one's running at 976 Celsius. It actually consumes less fuel and less water. The water is really not a problem for us. It's mainly the fuel. So now that it's running really hot, it's consuming less and less fuel. So this thing's actually staying maxed out, which is great for us. So we didn't do anything with this. This has just been kind of doing its own thing. And the main thing, let's see, let's come over here. We fought some withers. I added auto repair to my pick with a nether star. How many extras? Yeah, we got 5 extras. We got quite a few extra. That's just something we decided to do. Let's go fight some withers. I'm trying to remember what all we did. I made some potions, but we didn't end up needing that. Oh, we upgraded the power armor to use the energy shields. Before we were using the diamond plating, and it was really heavy. So we got rid of that, and we installed force field emitters, which were quite expensive, because if we take a look at them, I've got the crafting recipe in there, but it takes ender pearls, solenoids, advanced circuits, which was actually the thing that we had the most trouble with. And these solenoids are some wiring and basic machine casings, which are 8 of these iron plates. So that's one thing that we got updated. The main thing that I think was the coolest, from what I'm remembering, is we set up this room now. So this is completely new. We did this all during the live stream, except for this igneous extruder, which I'll actually get to. I did that off camera because I was kind of a learning process for me as well, and I was kind of derping around with it. So we have an extra elevator block here now that'll bring us right down here if we want. So it's pretty cool. So this is the start of our automation. Now we are still using the thermal expansion machines, and for some of these we are going to keep using them, like the induction smelter in particular, and of course the fluid transposer and the magma crucible. So basically, let me run this down real quick. So here's our auto crafting system. You guys may have seen when I built this, and we got some of our other AE stuff going on over here. Our wireless access point. That stuff's all back here, and it does a whole bunch of random stuff. I can actually save 2 conduits here. I didn't even realize it. Hold on. About to get these suckers back. Uh-oh. We can save that one. There we go. So, and there's some deep storage units that hold the cobble, clay, and dirt. So, this is kind of like where my AE room has been. So, let's put that in there. So, basically, all these have interfaces. These interfaces are useful because with interfaces, you both bring items into the ME system easily, as well as tell it to do certain things. So here we have a redstone furnace and a pulverizer. So these two go hand in hand really well, just like a magma crucible and a fluid transposer. All those random footsteps you're hearing are the cursed earth spawner. They're right under here pretty much. So we have 2 of these, and pretty much how this works is that we have encoded patterns. Like you can see here, this one makes 1 nether quartz dust with 1 nether quartz. And basically what it does is that if I say want to craft some nether quartz dust, and we take this out of the system, and let's tell it to make us a couple here, and we tell that to craft, and we come down here, you can see it's actually putting nether quartz into here. And then there's import buses on the back, which are exporting it out of the system. So basically, let me kind of explain how this is done, because I was kind of confused when I saw it as well. Is that basically you come to the pattern encoder, and this you can do recipes, and you can do like you can do different shift clicks like that and make it work like that. But you can also do this where you can tell it, hey, 1 nether quartz is equal to 1 nether quartz dust. Now, while that's not a real recipe in basic 3x3 crafting, it is a recipe for the pulverizer. So you would then click encode, and you would get that pattern. And you can shift right click to get the pattern out of there. And then, so what you do is you come down here, and you put that into the ME interface. And you put it in the processing area right here. And this pretty much tells it what kind of recipes it should be processing. So we have here nether quartz dust. This is for the fluix dust, which is used for a lot of the ME stuff. We have sand from 1 cobblestone, and we have pulverized obsidian from 1 obsidian. So these kind of things will probably end up converting into the industrial craft systems, because the thermal expansion machines, while they're great, they're really slow. Like whenever it goes to make sand, it is super slow because it puts 1 cobblestone in there, waits, lets it process, puts another one in there. You know, it's just really slow, and you can't really upgrade these speeds. So that's how this works. And in this one, if I want to make sand, I have the same one for glass, and it turns it into sand, or sand into glass, I'm sorry. As well as the basic processor. It knows to take 1 basic processor assembly and then cook it, and it'll get a basic processor. So we'll come to this in a second. Let's start with this one. This is the induction smelter, and we've got it making some pretty cool stuff here. So this is making our endurium, our hardened glass, as well as electrum. And this is all done the same way, and it just goes straight into the induction smelter like that. So next, I guess let me kind of explain what's going on here. One of the guys in the stream actually helped me out with this. I was pretty confused on how to do this, because basically whenever you make resident ender buckets and conduits, now conduits I did off camera, it makes you use 2 different machines. So basically what you do is that you put a chest in here, and the interface will put the items into this chest. Then we have some servos hooked up in all 3 of these item ducts, and this one we have it to ignore redstone, and what that's going to do is just output all the items. Then we have 2 servos on these, and this one takes 4 ender pearls and redstone, and then it takes buckets and conduits to this one. And so what that does is that they come into the chest, the item ducts suck it out of the chest, and then put them into the appropriate machines, and then the import buses here on the back take them out of the machines and into the ME system, obviously. So that's kind of how that works, and of course this usually has something there. You can wrench it and make it not go to that, of course. So that comes in handy. And that's basically how that works. And so this last one right here, this is an igneous extruder. So as you can see, this makes cobblestone and obsidian. Now we don't really need cobble, and we really don't need stone either, because I'm pretty sure, let's see, if we take a look at stone in our ME system, I have 1,000 stone and 9,000 cobblestone. I have more than enough. Let's go sleep real quick, just so we don't get creepy crawlies outside. So really the only thing with the igneous extruder that we need is the obsidian. So as you can see, this is stuck to 64 obsidian right now, and it's got an import bus on it. Weird, right? So how this is working is that we're using it just like we did before. There's a tesseract under there, which is bringing lava over from the lava age, and a aqueous accumulator supplying it with water. So this will keep it fully decked. And it's a lot of talking. So 64 obsidian. This is where it'll stop at a stack if there's nothing taking it out of there. So how this works is that we have a precision import bus, not a basic import bus like these. And a precision import bus, you can tell it active without signal, with signal, activate once per pulse, always active, and that kind of stuff. So how we're using this is that we have an ME cable here, and then this comes to a level emitter, which is some really cool stuff. So you can tell this to admit a level once you get to a certain amount of an item. This is also how you can keep certain things stocked within your system. So if you say always want to have 1,000 iron in your system, you could use the same system on a pulverizer and a redstone furnace to kind of keep you above 1,000 iron to, you know, smelt ores and pulverize ores, that kind of stuff. So I just have this set to 128. It's probably more than we'd ever need at once, but I figure why not just have more when we could have it. And we already had more than 128 in our system. So once it gets to 128, you have different levels here, and once it gets to this level, you can tell it what to do. Emit when levels are above, or below, or equal to, you know, that kind of stuff. So this is just making some stuff since we deactivated it. And this thing that it's attached to is a storage monitor. And we have this set to Obsidian. If you read the bar up at the top, it says Obsidian, and you can kind of see it in there. So that's how we're using it. I'm not sure if there's a more compact way to do this. This is the only way that I found to actually accomplish this. And this level emitter does pass the ME current to this monitor, so that we can do that. It's pretty cool. In this, you can flip it all around which way you want, like that, and you can come here. And this is probably making a crap ton more obsidian here. Oh well. So that was the big change. So it's the first step. I know a lot of people have been yelling at me about automating the base, and now it's automated for the most part. So since it's making some of the stuff that we need, or that we always end up needing, like Endurium, because people always complain I make too many Tesseracts, but I don't see why not. We got the materials, so I don't really see the problem. Alright, cool. Our other 4K drive finished up. That's cool. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to actually make another Tesseract. As much as you guys are going to complain at me, we actually need a recipe for this. As much as you guys are going to yell at me for this. That doesn't go in there. That goes in there. And then we're going to also need to set this up to make these right here. This one. There we go. So this is going to take 1,000, which is 4 ender pearls. So let's see. It needs to go into a fluid transposer. So let's go ahead and craft this real quick. And it's should be able to make everything. I haven't really tested the Endurium stuff out yet, so this is going to be kind of a test for the both of us here. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. Is it done? No, it's doing... Okay, it's stuck somewhere. Okay, so you need Endurium. So why you no make? You should be doing this in an induction smelter. Is this the problem? I don't think so, huh? It should know how to make it. Okay, well that went in the completely wrong slot. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I think I had this config wrong, possibly. So that should make the stuff that we need now. There we go. So crazy seeing all those extra lights in there. So this should make us our Tesseract frame whenever it gets around to it. Oh, you need that stuff? Okay, so for it to make 10 dust and pulverized... Well, why do you got both? What? Okay, we should just be able to tell it how to make pulverized 10. So if we take a look at 10 and ingot, there we go. So we've got the thermal expansion ingot. And so basically if you take this and we put that in a... Where's the pulverizer? Okay, so if we take this real quick and we put that in there, this is going to give us 110. Nope. No thank you. So what we'll do is we'll tell this thing that... What? Oh, whoops. 10 ingot. Is that we'll tell this thing that 110 ingot is equal to 1 dust. We'll encode this. And then what we'll do is we'll come down here to the pulverizer, throw this in there, and it should start making the 10 that it needs. It needs 10. Okay, I think we messed up this recipe. So if we come here, it needs to make the... Is it the pyrothelium? Or no, it's the Endurium blend. Endurium blend. Ah, because it must be... So if we take a look in here, pulverized 10. Ah, okay, yeah, so this is messed up. So we'll shift click this and we'll put that back in there, and we'll tell it how to make this again, and we'll get rid of all this, and then we'll tell it 4 of these is equal to that. So now, why is it red? Is that not right? 10, 10, it's 10. 10, pulverized 10, 10, and 10. Oh, it needs shiny dust. Whoops. Okay. It needs these right here as well. So we'll get rid of this one, put that in there, encode that, and then we'll grab this out, put this one back in, shift click this one, put it back in the system, and why are you still trying to do it like that? Okay. Alright, let's get it to restart. And make me one of these. And we'll just kind of have to work on that real quick. See, these are some of the things that that you're going to kind of figure out once you kind of get it going. You're like, oh crap, that's not right. You know, just like that was calling for the industrial craft macerated tin as well as the thermal expansion pulverized tin. Okay, so now we actually got our tesseract frame. So that's a little more useful. Put this crap back in here since we don't need it. And so now we're going to need to tell this thing that 4 ender pearls is that this and 4 ender pearls are going to be equal to a tesseract. I wish you could tell it, because I don't really want to make another one. How can we tell this thing? Okay, let's do this. And we'll get rid of all these. No! Dang it. Okay, let's do that the other way. Nope. And do this. And that. And unclick that. And that will be equal to a frame. Crap. Okay. We may have to make 2 of these. That looks like what we're going to have to do. So we'll put these 4 in there, we'll make one of these, and we'll just have to make another frame just to teach our system. And at least now we'll have an extra you know, frame in our system. So this will run real quick. Chamown, chamown, chamown. Chamown, chamown, chamown. I don't think anything else really changed from the stream. We might have done some random stuff where we were messing around, but we didn't do anything that crazy. So, yeah, if you guys haven't caught the streams, I think I'm pretty much going to do them every Saturday at 2, if you guys are interested. So, hey, you make me another one of these. And let's see if we run into any more issues. We shouldn't, hopefully. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. So, what's it working on right now? Making that stuff? Come on. Make it. Make it happen. Cap'n. Alright. Come on. See, this is why I want to move to more industrial craft machines later on for our automation. Because this is so slow waiting for all that stuff. Oh yeah, and I ran the Enderman spawner for like an hour or like 30 minutes. We got 1,000 ender pearls in here. So, yeah, we've got plenty now. So I'll probably end up using that machine with as many tesseracts as I like to make. So pretty much now we're going to tell this thing that this is going to be equal to a frame. Is that that a tesseract frame and 4 ender pearls is going to be equal to a frame, or a full frame. I'm sorry. So now what we'll do is we'll come down here, and this is the magma crucible. This is going to take the ender pearls, and this is going to take the frame. So, then we'll put that in there. So, this is already set to ender pearls from the, whatchamacallit, the resonant ender bucket. So that's all good. And in the fluid transposer, it's going to get the frame, the empty frame. So then that'll make these full frames, and then what we can do is we can come here and tell this thing how to make these tesseracts. So let's look this up so we can get all these dictionary items correct. So we're going to need 4 bronze and 4 silver. Okay, so this is something else we might want to make a recipe for as well. And 4 silver. So basically, we'll take this full frame and give it 4 silver and then 4 bronze, and that'll be equal to a tesseract. And let's go ahead and teach it how to make bronze. Oh, can we just click on this? Yeah, there we go. So basically, it's 3 copper and 1 tin. So let's take 3 copper, 1, 2, 3, and 1 tin. There we go. So basically, we'll do 3 and 1, and that'll be equal to 4 bronze. Just in case it ever needs to make that, and there we go. So now we should be good. If we put all this stuff in here, we'll have a full frame, and now we can make 1 tesseract. And there we go. Whew! That was a lot of explaining. And I forgot what we were going to use this for. I completely forgot. What were we going to use this for? Oh, yeah. I remember. There ain't nothing in there. What the heck? Okay. I think the quarry's still set up. So, pretty much, what I was trying to say was I want to go ahead and get this quarry automatically coming over here into the ME system. So let's see what's going on over here. Nothing. No goodies. No goodies. Alright, well, what I'm going to do real quick, guys, is I'm going to work on moving this quarry system over here just to the next kind of plot area. And I'll cut back when I get to setting everything up. Alright, guys, welcome back. So, I've got the quarry system moved over from that chunk over there. So, now we're going to go ahead and just plop this tesseract down. Now, we have this one set to 1, to the frequency 1, and it's going to send items. So, whenever this thing starts chucking away at this big, flat, barren landscape, all the items will start coming over to our ME system. Now, the main things that we have to keep an eye out for here are all the different blocks. Looks like a lot of... Isn't that a lot of that stuff like in one little part? Jeez. Is that we have a deep storage unit. Oop, and it's going away. So now if we come back and we watch our ME system full of dirt, yeah, you can see it starting to count up. Now, the main things we're going to get from this, dirt and cobble. Now, we already have, holy crap, it gets dark in here without any light, is we have deep storage units for both of those items, so it's pretty useful. And they're actually right around here. So here's the dirt one. You can see that steadily climbing up, and then up. There is clay, and here is cobble. So, so we have plenty of storage for all that stuff. The only other things we'd really get from it is this limestone stuff, and then this gravel stuff, which I don't really have a problem with. We have plenty of storage, because the 4K drives, they don't hold that many of one item, but they can hold a bunch of different types, which is kind of our most important thing. And even then, we can always expand it. Like, we have enough room for another drive there at the ME system to where we can add a whole nother drive bay, and we could even fill that up with 4Ks. It doesn't really matter. Or, you know, if it comes down to it, we can always make some higher end different kind of drives, you know, like you got 4Ks and 16Ks and stuff. We can always take that kind of stuff and make those if we, you know, say we get a bunch of gravel somehow, right? Well, we can then make a drive specifically for that. Wouldn't really be a problem. So that's all good. We're going to leave that be. And we'll just slowly watch that number climb ridiculously high. And so, let's see, does this stuff go in there? Yeah. What does this get us? I think this gives us nuggets, right? No, it gives us dust. Oh, it's cool. Alright. So, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of this little ME system tutorial show off thing. I don't really know what you want to call it. But it's pretty cool so far. I'm really enjoying it. You guys kind of got to see some of the things that you can watch out for on your own ME systems. You know, with the different ore dictionary stuff, and always making sure, you know, well, what kind of copper do I have in my system? Well, I always have the thermal expansion copper, so I wouldn't want to say put the other different types. Like, here's the Amasher resource copper, then there's the Tinker's Construct, there's the thermal expansion, industrial craft, rotary craft, another copper ingot for whatever reason, there's forestry copper. So I think that's the most important thing to kind of take away from this episode, is to always make sure that your recipes for your ME system match up. Because if you guys remember, for some reason, and even when you completely derp up like I did, like I obviously just shift-clicked that recipe in there and didn't check it and didn't see that the recipe wanted pulverized tin as well as the macerated tin from the different industrial craft machines. So, well, jeez, all up in my face. Ah, it's my base. So yeah, guys, hopefully you learned something today. If you did enjoy, or if you did learn something, likes and such are always very much appreciated. And I'll see you guys next time.